Hey guys, welcome back. A little while ago, I did a video on trying some 150 grain 308 ammo in my Springfield one or Savage 110, and I was left pretty disappointed. It was all factory ammo. You can go back through, you'll find it. And I said I would make a part two, and this is the part two. Called my buddy and I said, dude, I need some help. And he said, what's going on? I explained it to him. We set up a range day. Um, and I was able to pick up some heavier, faster ammo. And I didn't realize it, but he brought some ammo. I didn't know this was coming. He has a Remington 742 in 308 that he just put a night sight on, a night vision scope on, and he needed to zero it. And he was kind enough to share some of his ammo with me. So let's go through what the results of that day were. And I think you'll be just as surprised as I am. And first up was some Nosler 165 grain, 2,800 feet per second, boat-tailed. I believe these were full metal jacket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is at 100 yards, and I'm holding dead center on the bull. This was a cold bore shot. The rest of these, this isn't bad. That's not a bad group at all at 100 yards. Would like to do better, though. He handed me some PPU 155 hollow point boat tail matchline bullets. Not it's not a better group. Not a better group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 100 yards, center hold. Shooting for groups, not for accuracy. We're shooting for groups. Then I got some Winchester, 168 grain, 2,680 feet per second, hollow point boat tails. Now this is 5 rounds. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, that's the best group of the bunch, which is annoying because I really don't like Winchester ammo. But we're going to set that one over here. Next, he handed me a box of PMC, 147 grain, hollow point boat tail. This is PMC bronze. I'm not sure what happened there, but the rest of them aren't bad. That's about, it's about 1.25 inch group. And then he says, try these. And he hands me 4 loose rounds. I said, what are these? He goes, these are my hand loads. This is what I'm using in this Remington. He handed me 4 rounds. He said, those are my last 4. I said, what the hell? So I loaded them into that little Savage. And I had ran out of these targets. Now I like these targets. That's about a 3-inch bull, and I could see it real well at 100 yards. I like these targets. But I didn't have any more with me. I looked around, and he was using the stick-on targets, the splash targets, to where you can actually see where the round went from 100 yards with a spotting scope or your scope or whatever. And I came up with one of the backings to one of his targets. And just for giggles, I put a paster in the center of it. And using his ammo, that's the first 2 rounds. Now, on that Vortex Crossfire, each click is a 1/2 inch adjustment. So I came down 3 clicks and left 1 click. That was my 3rd shot. So then I went up a click and left a click, and I nailed that paster. And I was out of ammo. He was out of ammo. So I couldn't do better groups. But I was very impressed. So he went home, going to make more of that ammo. Well, fast forward a week. Well, a couple days. And I walked into the gun shop. And me walking into this gun shop is like Norm walking into Cheers. You know, and if you get that reference, your back probably hurts and you need a colonoscopy. But anyway, one of the guys there, Lee, great guy, he hands me this. He says, "Try those in your Savage." Now this is 308, 168 grain, Sierra Match King bullets, gold medal match ammo. It's got a muzzle velocity of 2,650. At 100 yards, it's 2,460. And I've had this sitting on my desk for a few days. And today I got a chance to head out. I wanted to do some work on my my M96 Swede. That video is posted. And I loaded up 5 rounds of this. And I got that. Now, again, I'm still out of these targets. Issues. Anyway, this is the cold bore shot. And I don't know if it's going to catch it, but that is actually 3 rounds. And that's the final one. 5-round group with that Federal Sierra Match King bullets. 168 grain. Now, between the Federal, Donnie's hand loads, and the Winchester, I'm thinking I found my round. One of those 3. I believe Donnie's hand loads are 168 grain. I got to check with him. But it seems to really like 168 grain bullets. Hollow point boat tails. Yeah. I think we found it. I think the search is over. 20-inch burrow, 1 in 10 twist. But that's it. We're going to go from here. See what the future holds. You guys stay safe, take care, have fun, and I'll see you.